Greetings, pen pals. We have not a fountain pen review today. We have a review of this PowerPlace non-dated personal daily planner, which came to us courtesy of Lion Planners, which were very nice to send this for review. This is a non-dated personal daily planner, so and it's good for six. It's good for 6 months, we're going to be opening it up. I haven't, as you can see, it's still sealed in the plastic. We're going to open it up, do sort of like an unboxing. In terms of size, it is 8.5 by 6 inches, and it is 1 inch thick. And that, like I said, is good for 6 months, good for 6 months worth. So, like we said, we're going to just open this up and see what we get. You'll be seeing this for the first time as I do. As we said, this is a non-dated planner. This doesn't have any kind of calendar built into it, so you can kind of start and stop this anytime you want, which is kind of nice if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for. So like I said, we're just going to open this up, just take it right out of the plastic, and take a look at what we've got. And just I can tell from the feel already, this feels actually quite nicely made. We'll just remove the label, and it's nice that the label isn't stuck on. I kind of like that. It's made out of sort of a nice faux leather, a good build quality, kind of like a regular hardcover book. It's got a lion logo embossed on it kind of subtly, and that appears to be the only sort of labeling on it at all. So there's no sort of other labeling other than that. You open it up, end pages are plain black. You got a title page here, and then you've got the place to write some personal information, emergency contacts, etc. Fairly typical stuff for a planner. You have a page labeled vision board and a page labeled mind map, which is just some blank pages. Then you have goals for the year, this has some interesting lines. It's got alternating dotted lines and solid lines, so it gives you some flexibility in terms of how big you want to write with that, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that way it's lined. Pretty nice in terms of how well this writes. We'll see that when we do a writing sample on this. Then you've got goals for the year. They divide it up into categories: physical, personal, family, professional, social, and then you have a square for each month. So this can give you your big sort of year plan. Then you have these sort of check box things with goals, and presumably there's one of these for each of the 6 months that this book is meant to accommodate. So this is sort of like your monthly view. So you have a monthly view, and you have 6 of these. And then you have weekly views. So then each of these spread pages give you a week's worth. So far you have a monthly view, weekly view, and I'm going to guess that a daily view will be coming up. And then you have top priority for the week, things to do for this week, again stratified into these personal, physical, work, social, family categories, which is nice. This is a fairly structured book, so if you're like really into getting things done or any other kind of fairly structured time management system, this will work pretty well for you. It kind of puts some rigor on that whole process, which can be good if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for. So once you get past the weekly parts, I'm assuming we're going to get to the daily part. Yeah, here we go. So here's a view for the day. So this kind of gives you your breakdown for each day, and presumably this is going to constitute the bulk of the book, which is sort of one sort of spread across 2 pages for an entire day. So here we have your goals, your top priorities for the day, place to take some notes. Then you can kind of, I guess, circle whether it's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc. You have the whole day broken down in a time grid. You have the tasks, etc. So this is really good if you're pretty busy and you want to have some structure on top of it. So this is definitely not like a complete free form thing. This is definitely going to put some structure on top of things if that's what you like. This thing is pretty well made. It does lie quite flat, which is nice, which is good for one of these hardbound books. Sometimes they have a problem with lying flat. This does not. This lies flat pretty well, etc. So these daily pages are going to take up the bulk of the book. And then at the end, let's see what we got at the end. We've got a wish list. Again, so some line pages, notes, contacts. You can put some people contacts there. Presumably you have those on your phone. And bill payment tracker. Okay, this is interesting. So this could actually be useful if you do old school bill payment. You just list all your bills and you can just do a check them off when you paid them for the month. And again, if you're doing any kind of modern bill paying, you're presumably doing that automatically. And then you just got blank sheets, black end pages again. Oh, okay. And then there's a pocket in the back, which is nice, which is sort of a paper pocket that you can just stick receipts in and stuff. There's also this rubber band which goes around the whole book and attaches to the back to hold the book closed, which can be very, very useful. Like I said, this attaches and holds the book closed, which is pretty nice. It also has 3 ribbons, and you're going to need 3 really if you're going to use this to its fullest effect. Because remember, we had monthly, we had weekly, and we had daily pages. So you're going to probably want to keep your place for where you are in the month hierarchy, where you are in the weekly, and where you are in the daily. So you're actually going to need these 3 color-coded ribbons. It's nice that they give you 3 and that they're color-coded, which is nice. So they really thought about all those little details in terms of how the book is going to get used, which is nice. So again, pretty nice. I like it. It seems to be a good structured book for people who want structure around what they're going to be doing. Let's take a writing sample now and see how this writes. And all the pages seem to be about the same in terms of paper quality, so this should be a good indication. We're going to write on this blank vision board page, and I'm going to be using a Montblanc 149 in fine with a Montblanc Royal Blue ink, which is about as just sort of garden variety fountain pen ink as you can get. So just in terms of the test, we're not doing anything fancy, no special inks or anything like that. So Montblanc Royal Blue, very, very ordinary ink. And let's see how that writes. So let's see, we have here, like I said, Montblanc Royal Blue. I'm sorry, yeah, it's a Montblanc 149 in Montblanc Royal Blue. And like I said, that lays down pretty smooth. There wasn't draggy or anything like that on the paper. Like I said, it worked really nice. It didn't, definitely felt very, very fountain pen friendly, which is good. This is a pretty wet pen, so that's going to lay down pretty thick. I'm not seeing feathering or anything like that, which is really nice. And the bleed through is just the barest amount of bleed through, really just in a couple of spots. So I would say the bleed through is really, really minimal. So I would classify this paper as definitely a fountain pen friendly paper. So if you plan on writing with this with a fountain pen with any kind of normal pen and normal ink, you should be fine. Like I said, this is a pretty wet pen, so the ink's not quite dry yet, but that's what you get with any paper really with this pen and this ink. We're going to be doing a Schmidt Easy Flow cartridge on a ballpoint test. So this is a Schmidt Easy Flow 9000M. This is in medium. This is one of my favorite ballpoint refills, so we'll try that. The pen I'm using, in case you're interested, is a Bastion Bolt Action ballpoint pen, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. Check that video out if you're interested in learning more about this particular pen. It's a very nice pen, by the way. So this is a Schmidt Easy Flow, and in medium, and that writes pretty well as you'd expect. Again, writes smoothly, etc. You do get a little bit of ghosting, but that's what you kind of expect. Unless it's a very, very opaque paper, which this is not. But I would say the paper is good. The paper is definitely fountain pen friendly, so no concerns there at all. And it wrote actually quite smooth. I was actually pretty impressed with the paper. Again, the ghosting is the bleed through is really, really super minimal. So that's pretty good. But like I said, I would definitely consider this a fountain pen friendly paper, which again, I'm assuming most of the viewers of this channel would be interested in knowing that, because this is primarily a channel that appeals to fountain pen enthusiasts. The stitching on this is done very, very well. It seems the build quality is excellent. Keep in mind, this is not a book to tear out pages. You can't tear pages out of this book. This is stitched in. It's meant to be a permanent record. This is not the kind of notebook that if you want to like tear up a sheet of paper and give it to somebody with a note or something like that, that you use for that. This is absolutely not that. This is meant to be a bound permanent book, and you need to treat it that way. You can't start tearing out pages. Like I said, this is not designed for that at all. But it does have like this little rubber band holder, which is definitely welcome, and that seems to be attached to the book quite solidly. And so, all in all, I'd say it's a nice book, well made. And if you're in the market for this sort of thing, I think it could definitely suit your needs. Keep in mind, this is a particular one, is an undated one. So if you need something where you actually need the days of the week and the calendar for the year, this particular book is probably not the exact one that you would want. But check out what Lion Planners has to offer. I think this was definitely a nice one. And thanks again to Lion Planners for sending in for review. And here's some contact information for them right here, and I will put some links in the show notes as well. But again, once again, thanks to Lion Planners. And I guess that'll be it. And thank you all very much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.